go to your page template. Click on Edit and open the sidebar. It might be helpful to use the Toggle Full Screen option. Click on the icon with the two arrows next to the Undo button. This will expand the RCE. We have learned how to set up a basic page template with a banner title and content blocks, and how to add media. Now we are going to look at some of the other elements you can add to a page. These elements can either be added as standalone elements or added within existing content blocks. Click on the Add New Elements tab. You can keep all of the elements and tools sorted by group if you'd like, but in order to see a complete list of what we have to choose from, I'm going to sort them from A to Z. There are a lot of cool elements you can choose from. We are going to look at a couple in more detail. First, let's look at adding buttons. To add a button to your page, click in the RCE where you would like to add it. Go to the Add New Elements tab and find the Button tool. Or, if you already have a link on your page that you would like to convert to a button, click on the link. The link icon should be selected in the Edit Current Element tab. Scroll down to the Style dropdown. Under the Button Styles heading, select either the solid color or the outline color you would like the button to have. Once you have done this, the link should convert to a button. To change the button back to a normal link, click Clear Styles. Once you've added a button, you can change the destination by typing or pasting the desired URL in the link box under the Content dropdown. You can also use the Course Links tool to have the button take students to content within your course. Next, let's examine accordions, expanders, and tabs. To add one of these elements, click in the RCE on the spot you would like to add them. It can be outside a content block or within one. Next, click on the Add Elements tab in the sidebar, and then select Accordion. The sidebar should automatically switch you to the Edit Current Element tab with the accordion icon selected. Accordions, expanders, tabs, and other more advanced or interactive content often doesn't show in the RCE exactly how they will look for the student. There should be a Preview dropdown. Expand this section if it is not already expanded. This will show you what the accordion will look like on the actual page. In the Content dropdown, you can name each panel in the accordion, add, duplicate, or delete panels, and rearrange them. You can also change the hierarchy of the heading type. If you have added the accordion menu or tabs within a content block or other element, make sure that your heading hierarchy is still in place. For example, accordions and tabs usually default to heading 3. If you are placing an accordion within a content block that is already a heading 3, you might want to change the accordion to heading 4. As a note, the accessibility checker sometimes does not catch heading mismatches when accordions, expanders, and tabs are involved. You can edit panel content directly in the RCE. Under the Style dropdown, you can change the look and behavior of the accordion. Since you clicked on the Accordion element tool when you added it to the page, the default style will be accordion. In the Preview category, you can see how this style looks and behaves. Each panel is a little box with an up arrow. Only one box can be opened at a time. The accordion plus-minus style is exactly the same, except it swaps the arrow symbol for a plus or minus symbol. If you click on the expander style, you will notice that the current element icon has changed from accordion to expander. Expanders work like the accordions, except that multiple panels can be open at the same time. The expander plus-minus style swaps the arrow symbols for a plus or minus symbol. You can also select a tab-related style. Click on any of the tab styles. You will notice that the accordion or expander element icon at the top of the sidebar changes to the tab element icon. When adding one of these elements to your page, you can select the accordion tool, the expander tool, or the tab tool, but they can all be easily converted to the others in this way. The different tab styles allow you to choose from a variety of horizontal and vertical tab options. Once you have selected your desired style for the accordion, expander, or tabs, you can set the default color, a selected or active color, and even a hover color if desired. Another useful element that can be added is the table element. To add a table, click in the RCE where you would like to add the table. Then click on the Add New Elements tab and select the Table Element tool. Once you do, the sidebar should automatically switch you to the Edit Current Element tab with the table icon selected. You can edit the text content of the table directly in the RCE. You can also easily resize the table within the RCE by clicking and dragging. Clicking within the table in the RCE will pull up a bar with several useful options. Clicking on the first icon will open a Table Properties window. You can adjust the table size here with precision. You can also add padding around the text in each cell and adjust the alignment of the table on the page. The other icons allow you to delete and add rows or columns quickly. To further adjust the formatting of the table, you can use the buttons under the Content dropdown in the sidebar. If the Table button is selected here, formatting changes will apply to the entire table. If Row is selected, formatting changes will apply to the current row. If Column is selected, formatting changes will apply to the current column. And if Cell is selected, formatting changes will only apply to the current cell. Under the Style dropdown are a few preset table styles you can choose from. These will apply to the table as a whole. Under the Advanced dropdown, you can indicate if you want the table to have column headers or row headers. Checking the Column Headers button designates the topmost row as labels for the content below them. Checking the Row Headers button designates the leftmost column as labels for the content to the right. Check the Footer row if the bottom row of your table shows the sum or total of the values in the columns above. You can also add a caption to your table if desired, and toggle on and off other options such as striped rows, or a feature that darkens the row the user's mouse is hovering over. Another fun element you can add to a page is the Quick Check element. Quick Checks are ungraded multiple-choice quiz questions that give immediate feedback to the student. Note that student answers are not recorded for you to review or analyze later. To add a quick check, put your cursor in the RCE where you want to add it. Then click on the Add New Elements tab in the sidebar. Find the Quick Check tool and select it. The sidebar should automatically transition you to the Edit Current Element tab with the Quick Check icon selected. Similar to accordions, depending on where you inserted the Quick Check, you may want to adjust the heading level using the buttons under the Content dropdown. You can increase or decrease the number of answer options. By clicking on the checkmark icons, you can select one or more correct answers. edit the question text, the answer text, and feedback text directly in the RCE. You can also add other elements, such as images, videos, tables, etc., to the question, answers, or feedback content by clicking within them in the RCE and then using the Add New Element tab. With the Quick Check element icon selected, scroll down in the sidebar to the Preview category to see how the Quick Check will look and behave for the student. If desired, you can make it so that the next button of the page is hidden until the student has completed the Quick Check. To enable this feature, open the Advanced drop-down and check the box that says Hide Next until all completed. Next, let's look at some unique tools. Click on the Add New Elements tab and select the Sort by Category button. Scroll down until you see the Editor Action Items category. The element tools listed here can be helpful as you are designing or collaborating on a course. These items appear when a page is being edited, but not on the saved page, so you can use them to leave notes for yourself, placeholder text, and suggested edits. For example, clicking on the Checklist tool adds an editor-only checklist to the page and switches the sidebar to the Edit Current Element tab with the checklist icon selected. You can edit the checklist in the RCE. In the Content drop-down of the sidebar, you can check off individual items or mark the whole list as complete. When you save the page, the checklist will not appear in your content. However, if you reopen the editor, you can view the checklist and any other action items you may have added. As another example, the Action Item Insertion tool is helpful if you are collaborating with someone and want to suggest that they add a sentence or word somewhere. To use this tool, click in the RCE where you think the content should be added. Then select the Action Item Insertion tool from the Add New Elements tab. This should switch you to the Edit Current Element tab with the insertion icon selected. Insert the text you think should be added by typing in the blue box that appears in the RCE. Under the Content dropdown, you, or someone you are collaborating with, can choose to either accept the suggestion, which officially inserts it in the content, or reject it, which deletes the action item. If you have multiple action items on a page and would like to review them all at once, click on one of them in the RCE, select the action item icon in the Edit Current Elements tab, and then click Review All Action Items. When you have added all of the desired elements to your template page, click Save. Add any desired elements to your other templates. In the next video, we will talk about accessibility tools.